did not report it, then that's it. It's punishable. Again, the existence of the state is in danger in this uh, in these uh, in these provisions. It's the intentions of these provisions. Article 116 also is one of the rare instances where silence is punishable. Usually, if you don't say something, should not be used against you. But in this case, again, the existence of the state is in danger. This is one of the rare instances where silence is or may be punishable by law. Espionage, Article 117. Espionage is any person who without authority therefore enters a warship, naval, military establishment, or reservation to obtain any information, plans, photographs, other data of the confidential nature relative to the defense of the Philippine archipelago. So the purpose, look into the purpose of the law. The purpose of the law is to safeguard the defense of the state from foreign enemy. The Article 117 can be committed during peacetime, except unlike treason, of course. Now, paragraph 2 of 117, being in possession, violation of public office, of articles, data, information, referred to in paragraph 1, discloses their contents to a representative of a foreign nation. Okay. And citizenship is not an issue in Article 117. Article 118 is inciting to war or giving motives for reprisals. Inciting to war, any private individual who by unlawful or unauthorized acts provokes or gives occasion for war involving or liable to involve the Philippine Islands or exposes Filipino citizens to reprisals on their person or property. Inciting to war. Now, you may find examples of this inciting to war in cases where, if you can remember, the Sabah, Indonesia incident, I think there is in Sabah, where a group of Muslim wanted to reclaim parts of the territory of foreign country because of their ancestral claims to that land. Now that was a perfect example of inciting to war. They may be liable under Article 118. They actually went to the part of the territory of Indonesia. I don't think I'm not sure if it's Sabah. Because of their territorial claims, they are Muslims, Filipino Muslims. They actually went to the part of the territory with arms. Now, that act may be punished under Article 115. Violation of neutrality, Article 119. When there is a war, the government, and in which the government is not involved, violates any regulation issued by competent authority for the purpose of informing or enforcing neutrality. So wala tayo ilabot sa giyera, nag-violate ka sa regulation issued for purposes of enforcing neutrality. So this is self-explanatory. Article 120, correspondence with hostile country. Correspondence with hostile country is you correspond to the hostile country. So it's punishable by law. Who in the time of war shall have correspondence with the enemy country or territory, whatever correspondence it may have. It's actually mala prohibita, if you will recall, mala prohibita bit mala in se. By just corresponding to enemy country, you are liable with that. This is also committed in times of war only. Piracy in general and mutiny on the high seas or Philippine waters. So it may be outside the jurisdiction of the Philippines or in international waters. Now, Article 112 provides that any person who in the high seas or in Philippine waters is within the territorial jurisdiction of the Philippines or in its internal waters, because we are an archipelago. Any person who on the high seas or in Philippine waters shall attack or seize a vessel not being a member of its complement or passenger shall seize the whole or part of the cargo of said vessel, its equipment, personal belongings, its complements, or passengers. Same penalty shall be inflicted in case of mutiny on the high seas or in the Philippine waters. Mutiny mutiny refers to the crew of the ship. You know that. Mutiners. Now, the piracy is qualified under 1, 2, 3 when any of the crimes referred to in the paragraph is committed under any of the following circumstances. They have seized a vessel by boarding or firing upon, whenever the pirates have abandoned the victims without means of saving themselves, and the crime is accompanied by murder, homicide, physical injuries, or rape. That's qualifying. The qualifying circumstances which increases the crime or the penalty of the crime. So that's it. Mutiny. Mutiny is what is mutiny? Mutiny is with respect to the crew of the ship. Piracy, they are not a part of the ship, crews or passenger. Now, a pirate is an enemy of the human race. Any country may prosecute a pirate or pirates even though it's outside their jurisdiction. It's committed on the high seas because it's crimes against humanity. It's crimes against humanity. It's crimes against law of nation. Just remember, pilot, they are not part of the ship's crew or passenger. They boarded a vessel. That's the usual pilot things that will do. Mutiny is the usual mutiners will do. They are part of the passenger or crews, and seize the vehicle, the ship. Now, common crimes committed inside the ship may be punished accordingly, but not under Article 122 and 123. Piracy is libelous on high seas. Now, we have law, we have a law on piracy within our internal waters, but piracy is in general, as a general rule, is committed on high seas. It's is generally robberies committed on high seas, and any nations may take jurisdiction of that unlawful act. Now, mutiny, on the other hand, is mutiny is the uprising of the member of the vessels. So they will take control. The purpose may to rob the vessel or to rob properties within the vessel or any other unlawful purpose. Now, piracy will repeat the piracy is committed on high seas. It's robbery on the high seas, and any country may take jurisdiction of that act, while mutiny is committed on high seas by the member of the vessels or members of the vessel. So, common crimes that may be committed within the vessel, not for the purpose of securing or altering the command of the ship, may be punished under may be punished by a simple theft or robbery or homicide. But if the purpose is to take control of the ship, that's mutiny. In piracy, they also control the ship or they rob the ship. So you may look into the distinction between common crimes in piracy and mutiny on high seas. I think that should be it. I will continue lecturing on crimes against fundamental laws of the state next time. Thank you.